Alright, we're getting very close to MetaConnect 2024, and with that, leaks about the new upcoming MetaQuest 3S can't stop coming. They're literally flooding the internet lately. But it's not just that already, because also the software is getting ready, because v69, the latest update for the MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest 3 and MetaQuest Pro is finally live. With some cool feature and also some hidden stuff to get ready for the Quest 3S. Well, let's discover it together in this video. Let's get into it. Alright, here we are. So let's start with the story about the MetaQuest 3S, because apparently that thing can't stop leaking around the net. In fact, we pretty much know everything about it. Just a little refresher, this is gonna be like a beefed up version of the MetaQuest 2 to have the power and the library of the MetaQuest 3 in a much cheaper package all around. The only thing that we don't actually know is the price and some small details, but this is gonna be pretty much a Quest 2 with the same lenses, the same screen, and pretty much the same footprint with just a different design, of course, with newer camera for mixed reality, newer sensors to actually have better hand tracking, and at the same time a new processor, the XR2 Gen 2 that we have on the MetaQuest 3. So it's gonna be able to run every single game now available on the platform. Yeah, including Hitman 3 VR that just got released. Yeah, it's better if you don't talk about it, right? Little side note about that game, by the way, it's a full game, so it's an interesting concept, but the execution is just plain bad, so kind of avoid it until they fix it, if they're able to fix it, because there's a gem under the big pile of yes. Anyway, we saw images from the case study, we saw images directly from Boss, and now we're seeing images from pretty much every single vendor on AliExpress. If you go there yourself, you can find all the accessories ready for it, with all the different renders, official renders and stuff like that. And we also have the image directly from the PC VR app to actually use the MetaQuest 3S. We'll link when it's gonna be available. So yeah, this is not a secret anymore. We're just waiting for the actual release date and the price. So we can tell you if it's a good thing to get or not. I'm gonna be a MetaConnect, by the way. So if that is gonna be there, I think it's gonna be, let's be honest, I'm gonna be able to test it out and tell you my first impressions, so stay tuned on the channel, huh? Anyway, what's actually interesting from these leaks from AliExpress is the fact that we see the attachment from the different accessories directly, and it seems to be very similar, if not the same, of the MetaQuest 3. So, if everything is correct, if everything is right, over there, the same accessory will be compatible with the MetaQuest 3 and the MetaQuest 3S. That's why in the search, they also find the things that they should work for both. Of course, it's not official yet, so I can't confirm it, but from the pictures, we have the USB Type-C on the left in the same way that we have it on the Quest 3, and the headphone jack on the right in the same way that we have it on the Quest 3, and the attachment, well, it looks pretty similar. VR Panda did what I actually did last year with the Quest 3, so 3D printing the actual model that he has to compare it with the Quest 3 and the MetaQuest 2, and you can tell that it's very similar to the Quest 2 as a footprint. This is because of the older lenses, so don't expect anything too small. It's going to be very similar in comfort to the Quest 2, so yeah, accessories are going to be needed. But now I want to talk about update v69, because there are some little details that could be actually like a little factor on the MetaQuest 3S as well, because I received a little bug and I saw a bit more stuff than what I should have seen. Those disappeared when I updated again, so that's interesting, right? Anyway, v69 for the MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest Pro, and MetaQuest 3 is actually available from yesterday, but as always, it will roll out gradually, so that means that maybe you're not gonna receive the entire feature set. Yeah, Meta didn't figure out yet how to just update every single headset at the same time. Anyway, as I always say, don't worry, don't sweat, it's gonna arrive. What are the big features then? I'm glad you asked. Well, we have a new improvement to the multitasking feature that now is out of the experimental version, so that means that you're going to be able to have free-form windows all around at a maximum of 6 windows, 3 free-floating and 3 attached to the dock. We already saw this in v67, but now it's not experimental anymore, and on top of that, we can actually now open 3 apps at the same time while using a different app. So that means that the dock with the 3 apps is gonna open, and while you're playing like Elite Dangerous, as you can see, you can actually watch a movie or see a guide or anything you want, because you have the entire operating system ready for you for the 2D apps. Of course, if you open another VR apps, that is gonna open instead of the one you're playing. To actually put the focus back on the game, you just click in the direction of the game, and you're gonna be able to keep your windows over there, pinned, and at the same time still use your game. So it's a pretty neat feature. Another improvement to this is the spatial audio for these windows. So that means if you place them somewhere, the audio is gonna arrive from that direction and not always like it's gonna be in front of you, a bit like it happens on the Apple Vision Pro right now. So it's great that they're working on these small little details. There's a little bug right now though in v69 for the 2D apps, if you installed any on it, where they actually scale in a very small version, so you actually have to rescale them every time. And it's kind of weird that this feature came out on the experimental version when they actually added a bug on it that wasn't present in v68. Go figure. Now this sounds actually as a recurring joke, because they actually talked about in v66, it's not here yet, in my v69 is not there yet, but in theory they added the ability to actually hide apps in the library that you don't want to see anymore. You know, if you install some demos or something like that, they're still showing up years after, even if you have the full version, and just doesn't make sense to have them over there. It's a feature that they announced a long time ago, and yeah, it's yet to be seen. Hopefully it's gonna arrive in v69. Personally, v69 is not there yet. There's also Bluetooth quick pairing, so when you have an accessory that actually can pair directly with your headset in this pairing mode, the headset is gonna tell you, hey, this device wants to pair with you. That might be an Xbox controller and a PlayStation controller, for example, and instead of going through the settings, Bluetooth and everything, you're gonna be able to just pair it directly, and that's a great ease of life update. A new home environment should arrive soon, that is Oceanarium. Here they say immerse yourself in an underwater world, get up close and personal with sea turtle, mantas, and even a majestic whale, while you experience the beauty of the ocean like never before. That also is nowhere to be seen on my Quest. What's very interesting though, that I saw for a while and then disappeared, is the content adaptive backlight control. And this is very interesting because this might be the best feature that we get for the Quest 3 and maybe the Quest 3S when talking about the screens, because we have just simple LCD displays with no local dimming. That means that when a content is very dark, well, it's just gonna be in a grayscale and not feeling very immersive. That's a limit of the LCD. What they're doing over here, something that TV manufacturers are doing from a while, is actually dimming the entire screen at the same time when you are in a dark scene, in a game, in a horror game, something like that, so everything will feel darker and it will feel like you're not using an actual LCD. Of course, everything will get dimmer, so it doesn't work wonders, but in some games it might be very interesting. I can't wait to actually enable it completely, because this is one of the features that actually appeared on my Quest and then disappeared altogether. And that's not the only one, and that's a very curious thing. Because on my Quest 3 I actually found a local dimming toggle. That is strange. It is a feature that usually just for the Quest Pro that has a particular screen for it. I wonder if the Quest 3S is actually gonna have that feature, having the same screen of the Quest 3. Maybe they were able to improve it somehow, and I got the wrong update. Fingers crossed. Then I got to autofill services, but that led to actually nothing in the system, so it's something that is not ready yet and probably is gonna arrive soon. This is interesting. Enable VRS Rewind, video and sensor data reporting. So enabling this feature will allow you to report video and sensor data with the bug reporter in the event of crash or quality experience issues. And what's interesting here is that this recorder will actually work the entire time and record everything, but just keep the last 30 seconds of everything. That's something that we have on consoles from the generation of the Xbox One and PS4. But the interesting thing is that if they enable it, you can actually record something all the time, and when something very cool happens, you could just hit the save button, and those 30 seconds of the amazing moment will be saved forever instead of being lost in your memories, and that's it. Over here it seems to be just for reporting, but if it can be expanded, well, that would be a very cool feature to have. The other new one that then disappeared was easy pairing with Microsoft Windows apps. Natively discover, pair, and connect a Windows computer to bring it to XR. No need to install the MetaQuest remote desktop on your computer. And this is super cool because we know that Microsoft actually have collaboration with Meta on many things for VR stuff. They're actually also working on an Xbox rendered quest tree, so this might be part of it, to be honest. And it seems like they're integrating Windows directly on the MetaQuest tree, so that means that without using third-party apps, the system is going to be able to just stream your computer if you decide to pair it with it and use that in there directly, maybe in a free-form window to have it always ready. I'm always using virtual desktop to do that, but if you're actually having something that is integrated in Windows directly, maybe we can get even more functionalities, and that will be super interesting indeed, and I can't wait to see it become a reality. For now though, probably was a bug, but it appeared, so that means there's something they're working on for sure. But anyway guys, here we have it. This was v69 and the new leaks about the Quest 3S that are pretty much everywhere. Let me know what you think about it in the comment below. Are you waiting for the MetaQuest 3S? What is the guess on the price for you? I would like to see $299, hopefully, because if it's more expensive, we'll actually become a bit of a competitor with the Quest 3 and would just be better to buy the Quest 3 altogether. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And yeah. What do you think about these new hidden apps? Are they gonna arrive? But as always guys, if you liked the video, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike. Subscribe to the channel for more of VR tech. If you really love the channel, join button on there. Later on further, also the Patreon. Thanks to all the Patreons for joining the channel, of course. I see you guys in the next video. I have some cool AI glasses to show, and also the crystal, the Pimax crystal. The clarity on that thing is amazing. But I see you soon. Thanks for watching.